When you operate from a place of spirit, you understand that there is nothing, listen, there is nothing in this world that can hold you back. Like there's nothing that can keep you from your good. No person, no place, no thing. Hey, beautiful ones. What's up? Dr. Fran here. Jumping on real quick. This is kind of an impromptu video. I wasn't going to do a video until later this week, but here we are and here I am. So I wanted to jump on and talk to you guys about something. I was on the phone talking to one of the Fran fam members who lives all the way in Hawaii, and a conversation came up about Christianity and spirituality. And this person stressed to me about how some Christians are really scared about spirituality. Like they get really nervous about, like, okay, so I'm a Christian, but should I be a spiritualist? And, spiritualists seem a little strange. They seem a little different. They do things differently. They don't do all the stuff that I've been raised doing, That's the key word. And we had a conversation, and she was like, oh my God, Dr. Fran, that's a YouTube video by itself, because Christians are very afraid. So I give this disclaimer a lot, but I'm going to give it again. I am a Christian spiritualist. I was raised in the church, so I get it and I understand. And I was raised in some very strict religions. So I get it. But what I want people to understand about God is that God is bigger than a religion. He's bigger than an organization. He's bigger than a box that people put him in. He's bigger than the things that we have been taught about him, right? Only when you begin to form that relationship with God yourself, only when you know God intimately, you understand that God is a spiritual being. God is spirit and truth. We've heard about that. You operate in spirit and you operate in truth. The Holy Spirit is a spirit. God is a spiritual being. So even though sometimes people may go really, really far with it, right? This chat that we're having right now is really just to encourage you to seek God intimately and find out who God is for yourself, right? I want to encourage you to think outside the box a little bit. And I feel like a lot of times we limit ourselves and we limit our abilities in this life because we are stuck with what we've been taught, or we're stuck with what we saw somebody else do, or what we saw somebody else say or think or be or whatever. And we get caught up and hung up in that. The Spirit is always moving. The Spirit of God is always moving. And God is a spirit, right? So therefore, being a spiritual being is who we are. We're sent here to be spiritual beings first. The physical stuff happens because we're in this physical body, right? People doubted Jesus, who was in the form of a man, but was not a man, right? People thought, I don't know about that. But that didn't stop Jesus from moving. That didn't stop Jesus from doing the things that he needed to do. When God sent the angels to talk to people, when he sent the angels, I get so excited talking about this. Most of them appeared in spirit, right? So for us to really want to manifest and create our lives and to use the power that we've been given by God to do so, we first have to understand who He is. We have to understand that He's bigger than Sunday, right? That's why we talk about having a consistent practice. And you know what? I don't really care about how many views this video gets. What I care about is that the people who are seeking to understand who God is and how He moves will see this video. I remember being so afraid to step outside the box, right? I was so scared because when you're taught how bad you are, how God doesn't love you, how could He love you? You're a filthy rag before the Lord. You're a sinner. You know, when you're taught all that stuff, right? Like the filthy rag thing, that was terrible, right? When you think about how many times you go to God in prayer and you hear your grandma or great grandma say, "But I am not worthy," right? If you're like me and you grew up in Catholic school, every time you went to Mass, you would say, "I am not worthy to receive you." Do you know how many times I've said that in my lifetime? Do you know how I had to work to reprogram that thought that I'm not worthy to receive God? God's not going to talk to Fran. God's not going to tell me nothing because I'm not worthy to receive Him. Once you understand the depths of the love that God has for you, it will blow your mind. It will blow your mind. Do you realize that if you were the only person on this planet, if you are the only one in the world, Jesus would have still came and died for you? How could you not be worthy to be blessed? How could you not be worthy to be blessed? How could you not be worthy to receive all the goodness that God has for you? I hear over and over and over and over again, "God, I just don't feel like, Dr. Fran, I just don't feel like God's going to bless me. I don't feel like I'm worthy of those type of blessings. Oh, Dr. Fran, I don't think God's going to give me that. Why would He do that for me? I don't think I'm worthy of that. Oh, Dr. Fran, I don't think God's going to do that for me. Oh no." You know what I now say? Is that for me, God? Is that for me? Thank you. Thank you so much. I thank God in advance because I know He's going to do it. When you operate from a place of spirit, you understand that there is nothing in this world that can hold you back. Like there's nothing that can keep you from your good. No person, no place, no thing. Listen. Daniel was in the lion's den, y'all. And because he had faith, God sent the angels to shut the lion's mouth. When they got Daniel out the den, the other men in the den who didn't believe were eaten. I know that these are parables and stories, but when you think about that, everything that we learn metaphysically is a parable and a story to your life. They're pieces to the puzzle of your life. You are a spiritual being first. Being a spiritual being does not denounce your Christianity at all. I tell people all the time, I am a Christian. I am not religious, but I am a Christian. I religiously believe in God. That's what I'm religious about. but I'm not religious. That's the difference. And I think that that's where we get caught up, right? But if you study your word, you understand that God is the light, the truth. God operates in spirit. And so do you. All right, so you guys can let me know what you think about this. I expect to hear from you. I expect to hear comments both ways. But let's talk about it. Let's chat about it. I'm always open to learn. I tell anybody that. I am a perpetual learner. I love knowledge. So, you know what? You got something to say? I want to hear it. All right, I will talk to you guys soon. Peace and blessings to you.